Wikipedia claims fascism is right-wing ideology. But let's see what ChatGPT AI says. Hello, this is ChatGPT today. Going to look at some political ideologies, and one we look at is the what some people call fascism, which many people believe is a right-wing, far right-wing ideology. And of course, this is what's been pushed by mainstream media and even Wikipedia. Here's a chart coming off of Wikipedia, and there, if you look at the chart, and they say conservatives and then socialists, and they claim fascism is way up there and in the conservative land. And it kind of wonder, people that are conservative kind of scratching their heads and don't understand that. You're in the alternative media, that you don't get your voices heard. So we kind of asked the AI, and you can look at the, go to the description box and look at the post link. We ask a little bit about the attributes of what fascism is and the differences between conservative, right-wing versus left-wing ideology. And you'll find that most, and it's kind of a summary, this is actually copied right out of ChatGPT, conservative governments generally consider advocate for low government influence, particularly in economic matters, and it kind of goes on. And there are some issues in terms of law and order. Some of the common things that left-wing people says, well, there's fascism towards abortion, but if that's not necessarily saying a women's choice, but whether or not you're actually terminating a life, which is, people have strong human rights if in fact it is a person. But that's a different question, really. People, just because you believe that criminals should be put in jail, that doesn't mean you're authoritarian. Anyway, so the point being here is overall conservative governments tend to lean towards low government influence. So when we actually ask the AI to chart this out, and this is actually a chart coming out of ChatGPT 4.0, which is kind of nice because it produces charts for us now, which is really nice. And you see, well, I've asked him to put an X where on the line where the x-axis is large government influence versus low government influence. And of course, conservatives are on the low government influence. And I've asked him to put that X there, and guess where I put it? Way out to the far left. So the reality is, if you're far left, you want large government influence, big taxing, social programs, economics, as well as even forcing people to abide by your so-called identity politics, et cetera, et cetera. So yeah, clearly fascism is a far left-wing ideology, even though Wikipedia will tell you the difference. And of course, this was predicted many years ago. Churchill says, the fascists of the future will call themselves anti-fascists. That's exactly what they're doing. We know that there's been all kinds of protests around the world, in fact, where the fascists are thinking they're smashing fascism. In fact, they themselves are the fascists. Here's our modified Wikipedia, moving fascism clearly over to the left. Fascism and communism are two peas in a pod. One is state corporatism, and the other is the corporate state. Again, take our online poll. Was Churchill correct when he said this? Again, check out the AI and its full description on this. Now don't forget to subscribe.